Here we are back at the Pony Ranch and Stable by Lego Friends. This is set number 42654. Contains 727 pieces, retails for, I believe, $69.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And yeah, we're working on that today, and that's what we've done so far. And this is what it's supposed to look like. And in the last installment, we finished building guide number 1, which consists of bags 1 and 2. And the build kept my interest. It's still pretty much fun to look at, and I really want to get back into this one today. And yes, we got those crumpled stickers, and we still got a bit left to put on here. So in this installment today, I'm going to be focusing on bags 3 and 4. Okay. And I think that's where we're going to start at. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it with bag 3. Now, the thing I like about doing this style of set is to see how well the build comes out and all that stuff. I'm not really making a whole lot of sense today. I'm winding down for the evening, so you know what that means. And yeah, we still have enough memory card on here to film another installment. Looks like we're going to have a lot of pieces in here. And ooh, that comes in light nougat. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, it takes a while to unbag everything, but we have to in order to build. Now, I'm hoping we can join these two pieces at the very end. I honestly doubt it. I'm hoping this to be a 2-person build. So we got to keep our hopes up there. But I honestly doubt we are going to get to that. So when I film this set, I think I'm going to probably do the mini dolls and animal figures. Then I'm going to come in and do a 360 spin and close up on everything. Not quite sure yet on how to do it. And oh wow, look, we got Liann. Isn't that cool? We could put her together now. Alright. I'm not sure what kind of brown they use for that, or maybe nougat? Maybe, I think that might be regular nougat. I don't know. Still too light. I'm always trying to find my sig fig in that color, but it's very hard. We always call it flush tones, but looks like this horse or pony is an emo horse. Look at the hair. Oh my goodness. I guess that horse is trying to bring back the style, so that horse is still rocking it, right? Still pretty cool. And that's Liann right there. Pretty cool, huh? And in addition, she likes skateboarding, painting, and eating sweets. And then now we got to give... So, Blackberry... I mean, yeah. The emo scene here. We got to make a carrot for him now. First I got to find a carrot. We're still doing the small stuff. We haven't done anything big yet. So there's the carrot. So it looks like Liann's holding on to the carrot. I'm just debating if I should just put the minifigures in their own thing or just do a close-up of everything. I don't know. I may do that. I have no clue yet. Haven't figured out where I want to go with this. Okay, now we're going to take the big base plate. Looks like we're continuing on with the stable part. And maybe, just maybe, this is a collaborative build. I'm hoping this one is. The only way to find out is, well, we got to build it first. Okay. So yeah, I think this snaps in with the other ones. I think when we're done, you take the two pieces together and you just push them together at the very end. I'm really hoping, because this would make a good little build just for a you know, a mother, daughter, or brother or sister to put together. Be really cool. And we'll see. We haven't gotten that far yet. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad thing to make hay out of right there. Remember, the other YouTubers, they won't talk about all this. Well, here we work our way through it. So that only is going to be collaborative build if we put that at the very end. We don't know yet. So I think we're going to be doing bags 3 and 4, but we'll see how far we can breeze through this today. And today it's the same as the last one, and that's one of those Technic bricks there. Is August 4th, 2025. So we shall see. And I don't think this will fit on a regular base plate. I think this one will be a little too big. Okay. Yeah, these are good for terrains too, so if we can get enough of these, it'd be good for making campgrounds or hills, or let's say you're making like a front yard to your house. You can raise it up a little bit with some plates and build up the grassy terrain. Okay. But they use these bricks sometimes to anchor down like big stuff, like trees and such. But I'm not sure if I'll have this one done today or not. We've only spent about 8 minutes on this. So what's the big hurry, Jay? You know, but I have a building guide I want to write up, but I want to get a little bit on this one done here. I'm probably going to lean and get this one filmed tonight. That's what I'm thinking of. It's a pretty interesting build, so I'm thinking of doing just that, just finishing this one up here. Not in this installment, but just start doing things very slowly. Is there supposed to be something there? No, it just goes right there. So that tells me these two pieces go together. Not much like a clamshell, but yeah, so far I've been pretty pleased. The set is still at an 8. We've been experiencing some scratched pieces. Well, one, I'm going hardcore on it. The stickers were packed, crumpled, and yeah, it's not acceptable, and I'm just going to be hard on it here. I know some say I'm pretty hard on Lego on certain things, but you know, think about it. These are sets. Lego's getting expensive. It's an expensive hobby, and you don't want your stuff coming in like half baked, you know, or it's not packed with care, that kind of thing. And now it looks like we're working on the lower walls. And these are just tacked in here with one stud, so be very careful. So if you're looking for some good rock facades, this one's got it. Really nice. Sometimes I'll get questions, what's a dude like you doing friend sets for? Because I like the theme. Yes, I'm a guy and I like it. It's just fun to put together. It's just colorful. It gets me away from the traditional police stations and ambulances. Well, that's coming apart. We keep brittling apart Lego, then yeah. Alright, so right now we're just doing the walls. I don't have these in bright green. That'd be kind of cool to get more of that. Must be the hinge mechanism for the stables. Yeah, but I think whoever's going to get this set, they're going to have a lot of fun. So if you're looking at getting this or you're not sure, I'm a grown guy. I'm enjoying the build. It's fun. It's relaxing. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun too with this. This is not boring by any means. So if you're looking for something that's entertaining or something to do with your daughter, here you go. Right here. That's what we're doing. That's what I do here. I analyze everything, you know. So this is where all the 1x4s have been hidden at. See, this is kind of flimsy here. We got to be very careful. I'm sure it's going to strengthen up when we get the upper walls done. But I'll get there. Oh, you got to flip these backwards like this. Okay, put that there. I think I may have a few of these in this color. Yep, so I'm ready to wind down for the night, so I'm just trying to get some of this ready to go now, get it prepared for filming. At least we got part 1 done. Right now I'm uploading part 10 of the other guy, of that mecha team leader set, and I'm starting to work on the telephone right now. So at any given time I'm working on 3 to 4 reviews. That's just how I'm doing it. And yeah. Okay, now it looks like we're doing the interior here a little bit with some hay. But I'm slowly plugging away at reviews right now. It's just there's a lot here going on. And Lego's been keeping me busy. I have 7 sets in total that are coming in. So I don't know when they're going to be here. I haven't heard anything yet. So that's, no news is good news. That means that's okay. And now we need sticker number 9, and I have a feeling it's that crumpled one that goes in here in the upper left-hand corner, which is this miserable thing here. So yeah, this is pretty bad. Let's see if we can get that in there. So if yours comes in like that, I'm sorry. But yeah, it looks like it's okay. It should have been printed though. Okay, and this wall panel goes here. Wall panels are good if you want to build up a building real fast and cheap. It's better than bricks. 2, you can put stickers on them, and 3, you got that little extra space. I use those for closets. Yeah, we're really chomping down onto that. I only need just one of these. Okay. And the other one goes here. Like that. Oh, we don't have this in light nougat Lego? What a waste. What a pity. So obviously you can tell this is meant to snap onto that over there. So, like I said, we're gonna find out if this is a two-person build. It'll even be better. Okay, and that's what I'm hoping. And like I said, a lot of people will not cover that. Is it 1 or 2 persons? Let's see. Is it isolated? Because there's some parents out there want to build this with their kids. I mean, if I was a kid, I'd be happy if my parents did this stuff with me. You know, that's what we're looking at here. Is it something that, yeah, that goes like that. You know, is this something I can build with my son or daughter? Can we do it? Is there enough inspiration or enough? Is the build divided up in such a way that we can do that? This one here, so far looks as if it is. That's even better. All right, then we need sticker number 10, which is that. Oh, look, it's My Little Pony. They all got the same hairstyle. So we got pictures of the ponies in the stall so they can admire themselves. Yeah, they'll admire them all right when I rip them off and put it in my parts bin. There you go, right there. Rip all these stickers off. And you know what? Somebody said, you sound a lot different. You sound more chipper when you're doing sets like this. Well, yeah. You know what? Hold on. I need another one. Did I put the wrong one in here? Let's take a look. Of course, it's not going to show me the front of it now. Because I'm missing one of these. And no, that's not a color that I have a whole lot of. Yeah. If it's like this, there's supposed to be another one. I put the wrong one in there. What do? We'll just take that out and we'll swap that out of there. My bad. See, I make mistakes all the time. Hey, I don't hide the mistakes. That's the thing. I don't hide them. There's no need to hide mistakes. If I make a boo-boo, that's fine and dandy. I mean, we're not gluing it together, so we can do that. No need to throw a fuss over if you make a mistake. Just back up and say, wait a minute, I don't have the part. Let me take a look here. Okay, right there. And then now, you know, I just parted out a set. It had a bunch of these in there, and now I got them again. No, I've been getting a bunch of those stair pieces. So these kind of go here, right here. So it locks all that together. Okay. Okay, now it looks like we're building ourselves some kind of a, could be a sink. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll get to it here. Let's see. Oh yeah, dark azure. That's a color I need a bunch of. Dark azure 2x2s. Is that a tile I need to order a bunch of so I can have them on hand for mosaics? Are we missing a tile here, huh? Oh, there it is. I say that's not a color I can replicate, Lego. I've got some dark azure windows. Okay. It's hard to say what this is, but they show them the other way around. Okay, we'll put them that way then. I just want to match the picture up exactly. Alright, so they have this in here. You know what? This could be a horse trough. Yeah, that's what it is, because here we got the hay bale, or a bale of hay. I'm sorry, guys and gals, I don't work on a farm, I don't know. And this just fits right on there, so that's meant to come out. Okay, not too bad. So now we know what that is. Horse, just like a feeding trough. And then now, so we're pretty much putting together all the interior stuff now. Set that in there. And then now this goes right here. At least we got some furniture in here, huh? A little bit of furnishings. But like a jar of probably blueberries over there because the horse just loves them. I don't have a lot of these in this color. I don't think that's probably the only one I have. It goes right there. And then we got to stick our gates on here. Okay, I want to lift those off. I'm going to lift mine up a little bit off the ground there so that, whoops, so that fell out. Boy, a lot of stuff's falling out. That's what I'm kind of great on, is that. There we go. Put this stuff back in here. Oh, the hay goes there and the water goes there because the horses, I'm sorry, ponies. The ponies are, what's that song? If you want to ride, don't ride the white horse, but ride the white pony. Yeah. Alright, now we got to add some decorative stuff here. Like that. And we got 2 arches. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing now. So it kind of looks like it's continuing on there. So it's... Oh. There we go. Like that. That looks pretty cool, actually. Like a unibrow. And then... this one piece goes here. It's all about the details, right? And then we got one more we got to put on the other side. Not too bad at all, but some of this stuff just feels like it's just tacked in. Okay, now it looks like we're putting together some greenery. Start separating things. Comes with a lot of earth green leaves, so these fit in here, but they don't fit in all the way. Oh, you know why? I forgot to put that plate in there. My bad. Well, let's put that in there real quick. We got to make 3 of these, and we got to decorate this up with some little ivy or something going on the side of the building. Now I want to listen to some music, but unfortunately I cannot because the record companies would get a little angry with me. So we got to build in silence today. And that's so sad that the record companies... Okay, I'm getting angry. It's so sad that the record companies dug themselves a grave and then they get mad because nobody knows about their songs. Of course not. Why would I do that and give you free stuff? Okay, it looks like now we're putting together some ivy that goes on the side. Now be careful, these pieces will bend pretty easily if you're not careful. Well, that does not want to go on. Does that even... Yeah. Okay, why can't I get that on there, huh? Is it just not cooperating? Do I need to force it in? Do I need to get the hammer and pound it in? This one goes right there. That one I had to fight to get on. But they show this guy here up like that. Okay, this one's going right here. It doesn't matter though how you put your leaf pieces on. And then we got to take our flowers. And notice I only got just 2 of them. Huh. I need one more flower. I'm missing it. See if there's one in the spare bin. Sometimes I'll pick up one by accident. Or... Yeah, I see one in there. Yeah, I've been kind of slowly got a good collection of stud flowers now, so I've been hoarding those up. Okay. And then now this little piece goes to the market. Nah, I'm just kidding. It goes right here. Right there. Not too bad, huh? And then now it looks like we're doing some blueberries. It's one of these beefed up stand things. Okay, so wait a minute. We need to make 3 of these right now. with the little blueberry tiles. And stick that on there like that. That's not too bad. We're going to make 3 of those. You get at least a lot of these. These would be good for making blueberry jam jars. If you're doing a grocery store, there you go. And oh, there's that stud flower right over here. So that wasn't missing a piece. But we don't have the other blueberry jar lid. Where did that go? Now I'm checking everything. Sometimes it'll get caught in a bin. Here's an extra tile. That's where I'm burning up a lot of my free time right now, is, you know, stuff like this. Some people say I build slow. Well, these are impromptu style. They're not planned by any means. Well, the build's planned. I know what set I'm reviewing. It's not a bad thing right there. And then this goes, I'd say on this stud right here, it doesn't really matter. Just plop that down in there, and there we go. Got a little flower in there like that. And I forgot to put the piece in the middle that goes right inside there. Well, we'll put that in there real quick. That's a lot of detail. So if you want to make blueberry plants like that, there you go. And that here, well, let's put this here real quick. This goes on the back. I forgot to put that in there. But that's what we have remaining there for bag 3. And that's not too bad at all. Okay, and I think we're going to wrap up with bag 4, because I got to do some other stuff here real quick. Oh, this one's got a lot of stuff in it. Alright. Yeah. You know, I've had these in various colors, but this one here comes in magenta. That's kind of cool. Okay, and that's reddish orange. Well, those colors, they don't go together very well. Orange is a little too dark. Be careful with these. I notice with the little bags, they're just hard to open up. They should have put the perforation most towards the top, like way at the top here. They got it like 2/3 on the bag, and the problem with that is, you know, it's when you tear it open, you got parts flying out. And I have a container I need to start using for that a bit more. So right now we're putting Bramble and Aliya together. Let's put Aliya because Bramble's already done. Let's take a look. Ooh, take a look at the emo horse. This is probably the scene look. They're all the same, just different skin tones and hair color. There you go. That's Aliya. Get up a little closer for you. Not too bad, huh? Okay. All right. And then we're back at this thing. So we'll put these over here. We got a lot of parts here now, so we're going to have to focus our attention back onto that. Hey, at least this one is still keeping my interest. Am I happy with the build quality? It seems average for a friend set. I'm experiencing some loose pieces, nothing major. It hasn't really caved in severely while I'm building this, but it's more or less just your average quality friend set. Need that medium nougat for something. Some dark green leaf pieces. So while I build, you notice I also go through parts. Sometimes I'll find a POI or part of interest, and we just kind of talk about it. Okay. So it looks like we're mostly focusing on the second floor now, which is what we're going to be doing. Okay. All right. At least you get 2 light nougat wall panels. This is studded here. I don't think this could be built by a third person. So I think one person's building one floor, the other person's building the other floor. Or the left side, and the other one's building the right side. I don't expect this to be a whole lot. I bet that's going to get caked with a sticker. So you see the sticker on the sticker sheet. Just think, you know how slow it is when I'm building this stuff? Every time we place a piece down, it's one less piece I have to pick up. So I always think of it that way. Every part I put on here is one less I have to rifle through. And speaking of all that, though, I'm overflowing on 1x4 bricks. Okay, that happens from time to time. When I overflow on a bin, I focus on color. Usually I pull out colors that I normally don't use. They just go in the back of the shop. And then, yeah. And we're going to finish up the hay. But while we're finishing up the hay, I want to thank all of my contributors on my main channel for your kind contributions. It's always a big help. Thank you to my Patreon followers and Rebrickable customers. It's always fun to see what everybody thinks of my creations. And thank you to everybody who takes the time to like the video, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, you know. And if you like this style of video, cool. If you don't, I'll understand. You know, it can't be for everybody. Especially if you don't like stickers, or you don't like hearing me complain about them, yeah. So it looks like we're going to be focusing on stickers 3 and 4. So obviously, we have sleeping bags here. One of these sets, they had them where they had a Walkman with cassettes. And this one here is obviously a little bit more modern. It's got a modern phone charger there. So I could have made sleeping bags without all that, but you know. Well, this one here looks like it's got a shower cap on. There you go. Okay. And no, we still got one more sticker left. That's what that tile's for, so I don't want to put a sticker on that, but unfortunately we have to. Now I want to get these two pieces acquainted with each other. We'll set these down here and let them hook up. And I'm knocking stuff down in here. At least it's loose. Oh. Alright, we're going to have to ding a little bit more off here, 7.5, just because I'm starting to experience parts breaking off. You know, that's where I grade on, is build quality. But the build experience is really good. I mean, I'm still pleased with it. I'm not disappointed with this set at all, by any means. It's just, now we're starting to experience some parts breaking off. You know, Friend sets are not known for their robust build. But these have a lot of good building techniques that we could use for other creations, so yeah. Set's got a lot of nice good parts too. Except I'm looking for a 1x4 plate and medium nougat that I cannot find anywhere, but that's what it's asking for. Okay, I hope I did not use it in the wrong place. Yeah, let's I got two of these. Am I just not looking hard enough? There it is. This time I'm going to put my finger in here and I'm just going to push this down. That should make that a little more stronger there. Kind of get those two fastened down. I think whoever's going to get this set, you're going to have a fun time building. And if this is truly indeed a two-person build, this is a nice one to share with your friends or family. I think that's what we're going to be looking at. Is this a nice collaborative one here? Okay, now we're back to the front here, and we got to put the sticker on this. So sticker number 1, which is that hideous thing that has to go on there. And I can't get the sticker on these round tiles. I can never get these on right at all. This is where I'm dinging, is because of stickers. You know, I kind of just wish Lego would just start, you know, breaking away from stickers eventually and just do that, but that's where that goes. Doesn't really matter, I rip that stuff off when I'm done anyways. I'm just like, nobody knows it's even there. I did find a thing of Goo Gone in my shop, so I'll bring that in here and use it for cleaning up bricks and things. But the beauty about showing you this stuff is I can share my experiences with you guys and gals. You know, like I mentioned, some don't do this, some don't like I don't like hearing myself talk. After a while, it's like, okay, try it when I'm editing videos non-stop, when I'm doing like 3 or 4 a day. It could be, it gets a little tiresome, but I got to do it. Oh, we don't have a 1x6 in this color. What a pity. Yeah, so it looks like we're just building we're just pretty much doing second floor stuff now. Yeah, but this is not a bad little set here for what it is. Not a bad one at all. I think you're going to like this. If you get this for yourself or for your daughter, you're going to... I think it's going to be a fun one. This one, like I said, it's keeping my interest. I know it's going to keep a child's interest really cool. And let's get that out for you there. I mean, if you're watching this with your daughter, you know, you both are going to have a lot of fun with this, you know. And yes, if you're a guy that likes this stuff, it'll keep your interest too. I mean, it's all about putting stuff together. I mean, who cares what theme it is? Unless it's that boring mecha, then yeah, that's a whole different story there. Okay. Gotta make 2 of these. Stick these right here. I could just... I'm still debating if I should just do the whole filming tonight. I may do it. Just get this one done. That means I can move... I think the next set that I'm building will be the... After this one, I'm thinking of doing the Unicorn Castle. It just uses mostly pastels. It looks like a pretty interesting build even for a dude. I really want to kind of see that one go together. I know some people frown upon that when they saw it. I'm like, I don't know. That one doesn't look too bad. So maybe we'll give that one a whirl here. It could be a bad build. We don't know. Obviously, this is a winner. Now let me check my memory card. Oh, I only got 14 minutes. Oh man, I gotta hurry up. Get that going. I was like, uh-oh, I'm getting a little too carried away here. That means that I am gonna have to wrap this up so I don't overflow my time. Okay, sometimes that happens. I get wrapped up in a build and bam, you know, this memory card had an hour and a half on it, like an hour and 40 minutes or something. It had a lot of space, but yeah, not anymore. So let's see if we can get this done here real quick. So far that's the facade. Not too bad. Alrighty. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now it looks like we're focusing our attention on the header here above the door. And sometimes I have to step away, I'm sorry. Family calls. I've been thinking about putting a light over here. That if they need it'll be tied to my phone, so if the phone is on mute, they can just text me and a light will flash over here, a really dim light, just to say, hey, you know, I need your assistance with something. And then I can just take care of it. Sometimes I gotta hit the phone to make sure, and if there's something I gotta go. Okay, now it looks like we're doing some horse head light fixtures like we did on the side over there. So we got to make 2 of these. So let's start just slowly piecing these together. Yeah, I'm ready for a vacation again. See, out here school starts in mid-August. So we're kind of proud. Right now we're looking around for something that doesn't fit in there. We're looking for something to do right now. And I gotta find somebody to be here at the house. So I got a lot of planning to do before I can even think about it. Okay, I don't have any of those parts. I'm missing the other part to this. Matter of fact, we're missing the stud for the bottom. Here's the horse head. Well, there's the stud. Missing the gold piece. Oh, there it is. The manual was being mean, trying to hide it from me. Okay, let's get that going there. All right. And then these go right in these sockets here. So just screw those in there. Just kind of wiggle them in. Be careful. This piece, these things want to fall apart very easily. There we go. It's not a bad little idea for little hanging lamps. Okay, now it looks like we're putting our arches on here. Like that. That's kind of cool. Wish you could go up to the top, but I could see why they didn't. Okay. Alright, now we're going to turn our attention to the inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up here. I got 10 minutes left. I hope I could finish it. It looks like I can get it done in like 2 or 3 minutes, but no. So it looks like we're looking for 2 awards. And yeah, it's this book that tells you got to do like, it holds 2 of them up. So these just fit inside these little holes here. Like that. I'm hoping I'm getting... Oh, no, that's a hair ribbon. I'm looking for awards. It comes with a lot of hair ribbons. Here's a brush. We don't need that. A little comb, like a pick. A little scrub brush. More hair ribbons. Even more hair ribbons. There's got to be a little award in here somewhere. I found a spray bottle with a heart on it, so I guess that's the friendly soap. There's a bar of soap. Now you guys can guess where I get my soap from the bathroom. Here's a regular brush. Put that there, and now I finally found a ribbon. Another one. So if you guys and gals, where I get all these weird accessories, sets like this. This is where I get them, right here. Singing J. Now, where do you get all these special pieces? Stuff like this. Literally. This is the sets that I get them from, his friend sets. Okay, now it looks like we put our brushes down here now. Yeah, it'd be cool too if I was blaring the news out full blast in my car. Spray bottle goes here. It's like, what the heck? Somebody just talking loud? No, somebody was blaring out the public radio. And then the rest of the stuff goes inside the crate. So when I do a tour on this, yeah, we will be doing close-ups of everything. This will be warranted a close-up. But I don't know if I'm going to do mini dolls or should I just keep them here. I don't know yet. When you see one mini doll, you see them all. There's only, I think, 2 mini dolls in this whole thing. Let's see here. There's 4 mini dolls. I may have to do it. I don't know yet. And then we're back at the top here. Okay. We got to start building the rafters. And there goes the dogs barking again. I don't know what's going on outside. And then we have these here. Alright, and then now, I hope it's not my, well, I'm letting in the neighbor and her dog again. I hope not. Last time that happened, I was not in a good mood because I had to clean up a mess off the floor. And that did not sit well with me. I don't want to have to clean up any more than I have to. Okay, now we're putting together a bale of hay. I never worked on a farm before. I've seen hay. I've touched it. I've seen a bale before in person, but that's it. I've only rarely seen it. Okay, now it looks like we're building some sort of thing here. I don't know what that is. Maybe part of a tree. It looks like we got tree parts left. So let's get going on the tree stuff here. And we got apples. And there we go. It's getting hot in here again. Usually gets like this because the lights, the computers, the door's not open in here. It has a lock on it. I've never had anybody walk in. You see that door close. I'm filming. And yes, my neighbor brings their dogs over. And it's just like, that's why I had to step away. I'm like, hey, okay, just make sure your dogs are not pooping all over the place, because I don't want to have to clean it up. And then, boy, of course, that kind of gets, you know, it gets to be a pain. We got to make 2 of these. These little clip pieces are very valuable here, very valuable. So, and there we go there. Then you stick your apples in here. It's kind of like a very puny apple tree here. Just stick those and screw them in like that. And then this weird thing goes here like this. Okay. We're getting there, right? And then now we got to put the limbs on the tree, and they just go in there. Looks like it goes in the last hole. Be very careful putting these on here. So I think these are just tacked in. I'm just setting those in. Drop them down as far as you can get them to go really carefully. Hold underneath and just push them down like that, and there you go. I got one more to put on the top, but before you do, you got to shove this in here, and then that's it. And that's what we have remaining here for bag 4. Not too bad. Summation of Thoughts. And honestly, it's a pretty good, interesting set. Use that as a bookmark there. And it's still keeping my interest. Forgot that. And this is what we've done so far in this installment here. And if I didn't have to go take care of some stuff now, I'd probably finish this up. I still may do it tonight. But I think these 2 are going to be married to one another here. This is almost like a complete house. It might be. But so far, though, folks, it's keeping my interest. This is a fun one to do today. I'm having a lot of fun putting this. This one here is really fun. I mean, I did that last set and it was annoying, but this one here, I think it's a winner. I really do. But I want to know what you think so far. It's a nice set for what it is.